All right, what up, fisherman? It's the Aqua Duelist here, and I'm back with Steven, my guy.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, it's been quite some time. What monstrosity do you have for us today?
Got the Thunder D's.
Oh man,
This
All right.
deck is insane.
yeah, we were like just playing, and oh man, those were some matches.
Yeah, it's a cool deck for sure.
It is pretty dope.
All right, so we'll jump into it. Starting off with the Thunder Dragons. We got 3 of the main one.
Best goat card.
Yeah, you gotta have 3 of those. So yeah, you can usually you just add 1, put 1 in grave, then activate the other, or you can just add 2. It doesn't really, I don't know. It just depends on what you need to do. Next, we got the Roar, which you'll be banishing to special summon the Dark in defense position usually. So speaking of that, there's the Dark. Mainly use this to add a Thunder Dragon card after you link off with it, which will usually be Thunder Dragon Fusion. And then you can also discard it, add a copy of itself if you need a Dark in the grave. You can play this at 3. This deck is still like a work in progress, but I've been playing it. It's been doing well so far, but I might consider playing 3 of these just for the... I bet 2's been fine, so I'm not really sure, but you don't really want to open it, so maybe 2 is alright.
Oh yeah. So Steven, how many cards is this deck, by the way?
45.
This dude ain't playing 40, he ain't playing 60, he playing 45.
Yeah, it's a stack for sure. And then we got Dragon Matrix, 2 of these for sure. Sucks to open it because this is the one that adds itself, and then also it's a quick effect, so when you summon Titan, you can do it on your opponent's turn to trigger Titan and pop a card. So that catches people off guard. It's such a weird effect, but it works.
The 2 balls right there.
Yeah, for real. For the giant dick of a deck, for sure. For the 2 1-ofs, we play Hawk and Thunder Dragon Duo. So Duo's pretty good, and Hawk's pretty good. You only need 1 of each. Some people play more than 1 of the Hawk, and some people don't play the Duo at all, or they play 2. But I've been finding that 1 is fine. You can resummon one of your Thunder Dragons, or you can just fix your whole hand if you can banish it. So it's really good if you're like already in a combo and then you banish that and you have dead cards, you just shuffle them back and you can keep playing. And then this one you can summon like a Chaos Monster, which will trigger your other Thunder Dragons if you use them. So to wrap it up for the Thunder Dragon stuff, for the main deck, we got the 2 Thunder Dragon Fusion. I'm playing 2 because I'm playing 2 Titan, spoiler alert, but it just helps in the grind game, especially if you're going second and you can break their board but you can't OTK, or like they kind of mess up your board. You have more plays for the late game, so definitely playing 2 for that. And you can do it off Anaconda too. If you somehow ruin your Dragoon, you can still do that for Anaconda.
So question, do you actually happen to have like a 3rd copy of that card, just like on hand?
Not with me, but yeah, I do.
Okay.
I got a 3rd one.
Golden rule for me is anytime I'm considering something, or just a deck that has their own fusion spell engine, always pick up 3 copies of the fusion spell.
Yeah, I have.
Like,
these are dirt cheap. I think they're less than $1
Oh yeah.
for the Ultra. They have Ultra and a Super, and I think the Super is a little bit more, but I could be wrong. But
Just throwing it out there for like everyone. That's just like should be like a golden rule.
yeah, for sure, I agree. Especially when you're still testing, your deck's still in testing.
Yeah.
You wanna always have your options there, especially when it's so cheap. And then you never know if like something comes unbanned. Like
Oh yeah.
you never. Things could always change, or if we get to a format.
I think honestly Colossus would be like fine at 1.
Dude,
Like just at 1, I think it's fine.
I would bust. This deck would be so fucking good. Alright, so we got the Chaos Monsters. So we're starting with the Chaos Creator, which is really good because you can target your 3 banished ones, shuffle 2 back, summon 1. So you can bring back Dragoon or whatever kind of bullshit, all the beaters that we play in this deck, you can bring back, and it can really help you push for game. And, obviously anytime you banish something, you can get the Thunder Dragon effects if you haven't already used them. We play Dragon of Armageddon. You could drop that. I've only ever used the effect where the effect it has once, and it got negated, but I was just trying to bait out a negate anyway, so I guess it worked. I just paid half my life points to bait something out, but it is what it is. You gotta do what you gotta do. Probably my favorite Chaos Monster of the deck, Leveneer, powerhouse of the card, needs no explanation. The best one I usually use with this is to shuffle 1 back. In the late game, that can be really, really useful, or you can pop their stuff for special summon one of your stuff that's already dead, which can also help push for game. One thing you gotta realize is everything in this deck has like so much attack that if you bring stuff back, like you start bringing stuff back, it could be game really quickly. Things can get out of hand.
Oh yeah, basically anything like you just summon a bunch of like big beat sticks like that.
Yeah,
like,
especially especially like later in the game when there's not too much going on, you could just boom 8K on the board, like no issue.
So on Levineer, which art do you like? That art better, or are you more a fan of the OG art?
I like this one better for sure. I'm not sure if this is the alternate or the other one.
That's the alternate.
Yeah, I think the alternate looks way better. But I need that alti, so if somebody wants to donate one to the channel, I'll be glad to take it.
If anyone donates an alti, it's not going to me, it's going to this man. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, so you all hear that? Better donate.
Help my boy Steven out, get that alti.
For real. We need to get this max rarity Thunder Dragon deck.
Bro, you missed it because I actually did pull the alti, but you weren't playing at the time, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I was not.
Yeah.
To wrap it up for the chaos stuff, we got white and black, and then the 3 chaos space. So that needs zero explanation either, because all the Dragon Link decks spammed it, but it just goes in, and it's a +1 as well, so it's really, really good. And that's like, man, when you open that, like a full combo, and you open that too, oh my god, you just go off.
I miss the days when the little white and black dragons were at 3.
God, I'm glad they're not really. Like, it's broken enough where they're each at 1. You can also search your duo with that, because it can't be a normal summoner set.
True.
So
I was gonna say I have plenty of memories playing Chaos Dragon Twilight Sworns, or Twilight Sworns. That was like,
yeah,
that was a good time.
And then we go to one of the best starters, Lupine, which you guys don't know what this does. You normal summon it, banish one from your hand, banish one from your deck of the same type. So typically the play is to like banish the Dragon Roar and the Matrix, or the other way around, and you just do your chain links to where they can't stop the Roar. That way you get your 2 bodies on board. And then so if you summon the dark with the Roar, and then you add the Matrix, and then you link off, you have the Matrix in hand, so you have an interruption for your Thunder Dragon Fusion that you'll search off of the dark getting sent to the grave. Alright, so next up we got Tex. We have a bunch of them, like the whole damn deck. Yeah.
The spicy Tex. Oh man.
So we got Danger Bigfoot, which is freaking broken, dude. Like, obviously everybody knows what this card does. They don't pick it, you summon and draw. And if they do pick it, you just get to pop one, and it puts a dark in the grave. It's also a 3K beater, and it's a level 8, so we have some funny shit we can do with the level 8s, which we'll go over later.
Oh no. Some big brain stuff
there.
Yeah,
galaxy brain shit. Next up we have Dimension Shifter. This card's cracked.
Yo, fuck that card.
Yeah, this card's a bitch card.
Yo, fuck that card.
Yeah, but it's so fucking good. Like, you can literally just activate it and pass, and you're
standby.
Yeah, basically you're going third, but you're going first. Like, your third turn, it's like you're going first, but you can attack. Super good. Also, we play Gamma. Once again, Gamma's just too good not to play. Like, it's just insane. And if you can do it on your turn, we have some shit we can synchro into in the extra deck that will go along with our Bigfoot pretty well. It's funny that the first time I thought of that, we were testing and it came up, and I was like, holy shit, it worked. But then we have Allure of Darkness, which is insane in this deck, because you get the +2 and you can banish one, which would be a starter if you have a Thunder Dragon in hand. So, too busted not to play. Like, I don't even mind playing at 45, because these are the last 3 cards I put in to make it 45, but it paid off for sure. They're really good. And then we have Droplets as well, just to deal with all the meta that's going on. Like,
oh, those ain't ultis.
Nah, I need these 2. So I got 1. I just need 2.
Oh man.
Yeah, I just need 2 of the.
It's like $400 a piece.
Oh my god, they went down a little bit. They're about to have them cashback sale again. So
Ooh.
Yeah, they're gonna go up.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, so Droplets really freaking good. And what works well with this deck is since you're getting rid of stuff as cost, it puts darks in your grave, or lights if you need lights, but yeah, lights and darks in the grave, so it works really well. And then we got Called by the Grave, which you gotta have because hand traps ruin this deck, so make sure you have the call by. And it's just really good. Like, if that was at 3, I'd play it at 3 in literally every single deck.
There's no reason for it to not be at 3 now.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say it. Like, I know we got triple tax talent.
I don't know.
Like, I know it got reprinted already, but, like, there's no point for this to still be at 1, I feel.
Yeah, man, I don't know, though. Could you imagine if everybody had it at 3? Like, graveyard decks would suck.
I literally played when it was at 3.
Yeah, but these days, all anything does is the graveyard, though.
I mean, dude, imagine having that at 3 and then three talents.
Yeah, that'd be nuts. Well, they got the designator now.
Oh yeah,
it's not doing as well as I thought it would. But
honestly, I think that card just like straight up flopped.
Yeah.
And like literally, was it like 2 weeks after it came out? They announced another card that just kind of power creeps it. So
yeah, I'm probably gonna get a set if it goes down anymore, but I'm not really worried about it right now.
I think that Cross-Eyed Designator just came way too late.
Yeah.
Like that was the issue it had.
Yeah, if I had it, I'd be doing some spicy stuff with it for sure. Like banishing their, just run a whole side deck of everything meta, and then play cross out and activate something to activate cross out, banish their main starter or whatever the fuck they use.
You'd be the only dude who literally like side decks
the ballpark. Just like side deck the whole meta, like yeah. And then lastly, we play the Dragoon package. Unfortunately, this deck needs it. If we get Colossus back, it does not need it at all. Just one Colossus, I'd probably drop Dragoon, but it's really good in this deck, especially with the Unchained Abomination and shit. Like it's just good. So we're playing in here for sure. And also with all the power you have in the deck, it's easily something you can do to fuck people's day up.
Oh yeah.
All right, we'll move to the extra deck. So we'll start with the links. We got Link Kariba, which is to trigger your Matrix. And sometimes it's the only thing you can do, Everyone knows why you should play that. Anima, which has come up. A lot of the really good Link monsters point forward. And funny story, I played this game for a year, and I did not know that if a Link monster pointed forward, you can summon into that zone. So that makes this card even better. So yeah, really busted card. It's come up quite a bit. Both these have. Next Link one is Striker for your Chaos plays, for the Chaos space. So you gotta have it. Some people play without it, but I don't feel comfortable playing without it with the Chaos, with the black and white. So, and a lot of times when I summon this, people will shotgun their negate on that, and I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I don't even declare the effect, they just shotgun the negate, and I literally don't play, like, the little spell it adds, so they completely waste the negate, so it's really good for that. For the Link 2s, we play IP, no explanation once again. It's like a super generic extra deck with some links. Usually I use this to make Appaloosa on the opponent's turn, but I've also used it to make, like, Abomination or Avermax.
I'm just gonna say IP into Avermax, end of 2021, still just freaking wrecks.
Yeah.
There's that was like my main thing with Ballpark, and it still like just wins me games
for sure. And then also after you make your Dragoon, after you make your Predaplant, you can just shit out 2 more monsters on the board, make this. And then let them activate like one thing in the main phase. You get rid of your Dragoon, so you don't get super polyed if they don't start with that. But usually they'd start with that. But so you have a free Link 4 basically if you can make Dragoon in this. So it's pretty solid. And then we play Phoenix, which is, I use it as a generic Link too. I dropped Nightmare Unicorn for something else. I'm still not sure how I feel. I've used the effect on this a good bit, but sometimes I don't want to because I want to keep the card in hand. But yeah, it's just good to get stuff in the grave. Just a generic Link 2. And then finally for the Link 2s, Predaplant. Another deck where it has multiple uses. You've got Dragoon and we got Thunder Dragon Fusion. So you could do both of those depending on what goes on. Sometimes you'll have to get rid of your Red Eyes or Dark Magician. Like you'll have no choice. Or you'll like open Red Eyes Fusion and yeah, so you could definitely use that for Thunder Dragon Fusion as well, but usually you're making Dragoon with it. Alright, so we'll move to the Link 4s. We got Unchained Abomination. Really good because you can use it with Thunder Dragon Titan to just pop the shit out of everything. Like, it's pretty stupid. Like, it just keeps popping. It's got the free pop in the end phase for no reason. So, card's insane, especially because, you got the room, so you might as well just play it.
I'll just say after the last levels I went to, fuck that card.
Yeah, that card's insane.
That card was giving me a little bit of trouble.
Yeah,
Hate it.
It's rough to deal with for sure. Then we got Appaloosa, which usually I make off IP for 2 negates. So that's pretty solid. Abramax, which is another crazy, insane card that can be a real problem for some decks. Usually, like, I'll think about what their deck does, and if I know their deck will have a really hard time with this, because some decks just simply can't out that. Yeah. So if I know they're playing something that just does not do well against this, I'll just make this instead of Appaloosa. Like, Appaloosa is a great card, but this can be a serious problem.
It still amazes me how, like, we're in the end of 2021. As I said, this card made with IP is still like an auto win button sometimes, it's just stupid. Like,
especially, and no one's playing for it. Like, no one's playing around it.
So. No, like, everyone just kind of like forgot about it and has kind of moved on. And then you drop this, and they're just like, well, shit, what am I gonna do now?
Yeah, especially if we're in like game 2 or 3.
Oh yeah,
I'll just be like, oh fuck it, I already know they can't deal with that. So
one of the things I still think is crazy is even if they can out it, they have to spend so much resources to do so.
Make them waste all
their shit. It's like, if they can out it, you basically fuck them over because now they gotta spend way more resources, which screws them. Like, it's still crazy, like, how good this card is.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for that, everyone.
No.
It's just, like, it's so stupid
It's
to me.
definitely worth playing, 1,000%.
Oh, yeah.
Especially, and, like, some of the newer players, they won't even know, like, what it does. They'll just be reading it like, god damn. So, it's definitely worth playing. It's a powerhouse. And then we go into the Link 5, my favorite Link monster in the deck, Underworld. This card is so fucking trolly. So, there's been so many times in, like, the 3 weeks I've been playing this build where I'll just end the turn on, like, just straight up bullshit on the field, and then a Link 2, and then I'll just let my opponent play or whatever, and when they get to, like, a decent monster, I'll just say, okay, IP, and then I'll start linking. They'll be like, all right. And I'll be like, all right, use that card too. And they're like, what? Because they just don't know what it does. Like, this card is fucking busted. Buy it now before it goes up. When I bought it, it was like 25. I believe it's at 30 now. I could be wrong. But you need to buy one because we're going to get to... I mean, we already are in a format where it's really busted. Like, I've been clapping people up with it. So, there's a guy who, like, we were late game. And I set up for it, I had the IP, and I had 2 monsters, and I just let him make Dragoon. The minute he made Dragoon, I just IP'd, and he didn't negate for whatever reason. And I just outed it immediately. And it also has really good effects, like negates everything on the field. It's pretty solid. And then this is the sauce that we were talking about earlier with the Gamma. If you can manage to get a Gamma off on your turn, you can summon this.
Screw you, man.
Yeah, and like the minute I told Casey about that, like, it immediately happened while we were playing. But I had to finesse him into it. Like, he was comboing off, and he had 2 level 4s, and I was like, yo, no Abyss Dwellers?
Here's what happened, is I ended up comboing off, and because I had, Link Spider first, with the arrows pointed, like, I couldn't go through the full combo I wanted because I didn't have enough space in my Link arrows, and I was like, well, shit. I kind of have to go into this now.
Yeah, I was like, hey, don't you want to summon Abyss Dweller? And then he realized he had to.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, fuck.
So you stand by, Gamma, got the free Synchro 8, and then... So what you do here, my crack-headed idea, is you make this with Gamma on your turn, then you use the Danger Bigfoot, so you have 2 level 8s on board, and then you make this bitch.
This is some, like, real crackhead shit right here.
Yeah, man, that card's insane. But yeah, just protect your board, and it's another beater, so very solid. It's also a dark, so you can banish it, bring it back with Chaos Creator. Like, it's stupid. And then we go to fusions from there. We got 2 Titans.
Where that Colossus be at, no?
Dude, come back, please. Like, oh man, with Colossus, it'd just be stupid. But yeah, the 2 Titans. I played 2 of them, and 2 comes up quite a bit. I was playing 1 when I first built the deck, like very, very first. I was only playing 1, and I was playing like Boral Sword in there too. And I ended up never going into the Boral Sword and always needing a 2nd Titan. So it was instant change out for me. Definitely play 2 Titan at least. Some people are playing 3. If you don't play Dragoon, you can play 3. It's up to you, but I like 2.
Something funny I want to mention since you mentioned Boral Sword. For me, it's like most of the decks that I end up playing it in, I end up just taking it out later.
Yeah.
Like, it's really weird because the card's really good, but then it's just like, there's just other things that come out later where it's just like, oh, this works with the deck so much better.
For sure.
And I feel like it's just like every deck is at that point where, honestly, I can't remember the last time somebody dropped a Boral Sword on me.
Yeah.
Like, it's been a hot minute.
And then, like, I paid $20 for Boral Sword when I first got back into the game, and I've summoned it twice ever. Like, it was a complete waste of money.
Kind of how I feel about mine.
Yeah. And then, lastly, Dragoon, which is straight up cancer helmet shit, but we're still going to play it.
There's a kaiju for that.
Yeah, there's a kaiju, but luckily I have the super anti-kaijus in the side. No, I didn't put them in the side. But yeah, you just it's busted. Pop, and then with all the beaters, I keep repeating that, but all the beaters, you can easily OTK, and it's a negate, it's a negate that just gains attack. It's just like cancer.
There's a kaiju for that.
Yeah, for sure.
I still think it's crazy how like I magically almost always seem to open kaijus.
Oh, yeah, you play 20 of them. I mean, you're always gonna open them if you play 20.
It's like if I don't open it, I have like so many ways to search them. It's stupid.
We'll go to the side deck. One thing that's crazy is I found myself like going first, game 1, losing, siding in my go second stuff, and going second and winning the round like immediately. Like it's insane. Almost to the point where I want to like change it up to be a go second build. I've been thinking about that, but I'm just so broken on it. Like I don't really know what to do with it so far, so I'm gonna keep playing it as it is. But starting out for the side, we have the best side deck card in the game, evenly matched.
Card's really freaking good.
You set 5 pass, you go to battle, activate evenly, goodbye everything, have a good time.
I was gonna say if you're with the fact that you said the whole going second thing, I would say dude, go to like a tournament and just go like make your build where it wants to go second.
Yeah.
And just see how that does, and then compare it to like the last tournament or two you went to where you played the going first build.
For sure. And then to go with it, we play Dark Ruler No More. A lot of times when I side in to go second, I'll keep either 2 droplets and play 3 of these, or play 2 of these and 3 of the droplets. Just depends on the deck. For our locals, Dark Ruler is probably better. But I don't know though, because you got to get rid of your darks and lights sometimes. So I have no clue. Like it's all good. I'm really just opening I'm just making it possible to where I can draw as many like fuck up their board cards as I can.
So have you ever like did a game where you kept the 3 droplets and you added those in like all 3? So
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I've last game I did that. I opened 3 Dark Ruler and a droplet.
Okay.
Yeah, and I still won, but it was like holy shit! Like I've seen everything. Also, we have Token Collector putting this in because we have a few Sword Soul players, but I don't know. I don't like it, but you have to, I guess, to beat Sword Soul.
It's just a direct counter to him.
Yeah, which I hate, like putting stuff in my side deck that directly counters certain decks. Because I don't know. I like having like a Swiss Army knife of a deck box.
Well, I mean, inherently, what you want to do is you want to play. You essentially want to play high, impact cards that hit multiple things. But
yeah, and now here we are wasting 2 slots, and we're playing 2 slots of some other cards because, we have these 2 token collectors in here.
Well, I mean, if the only time I really think like it's okay to do something kind of like what you're doing here, to strictly counter Sword Souls, is like if it's I'd say probably the deck that's like the current a current meta deck that fully just like counters against your deck. Like you essentially they're playing this, I auto lose.
Well, for Drytron, I was playing like fucking 7 cards in my side deck were because of Drytron.
Yeah.
Like when I was playing Eldritch or something, Zombie Eldritch, I think, when Drytron was really busted, and it was just such a fucking pain in the ass to deal with. So I ended up siding like a bunch of stuff for Drytron.
I remember when they're doing like the whole just like Herald of Ultimus, and I'm just like, kaiju.
Yeah, that I fucking hated that deck. Like I'm so glad it's not really being played at our locals anymore. And because we had like 4 people playing that shit, so you go to a tournament and literally all 4 of your rounds will be Drytron.
It's crazy because The only way I ever lost against that was if they specifically drew Nibiru, which one person in particular, not going to say name, magically seemed to have all the time after I kaiju just Herald of Ultimus.
Alright, so we'll move on. I actually forgot a spell, but we got 2 Cyclones. Once again, really need 3 of these, but we just play these stupid-ass token collectors. I'm probably going to drop them, man. Fuck that deck.
Fuck Sword Souls.
Yeah, fuck Sword Souls. I haven't played them yet, so it's still like a deck I'm kind of like.
Bro, I wouldn't even worry about Sword Souls.
Yeah,
they either pop off or they break.
I heard if you stop their normal summon, it ends their turn. So
yep,
that's pretty.
Sounds
solid.
like Zodiac right there.
Yeah,
like when they're at full power, you stop their normal summon, you kind of fucked them.
Yeah. So Cyclone, you got to deal with the back row, and also you got to deal with some Shadal fuckery. So when they activate that Schism, you just fire off the Cyclone, banish it, and you should have an easier time. Also, Nibiru's. I feel like Nibiru is really good right now because no one's prepared for it. It straight up shits on a lot of decks. It shits on rogue decks. You know, anytime you have like a meta heavy locals, you're gonna have like weird ass really good rogue decks. So you can Nibiru. And then I have 3 spots I don't really know what to do with, so we put one of the best hand traps in the game there, which is Ash. Haven't used these in this deck yet, because it hasn't really mattered, but I mean they're there. So if I ever play like Burning Abyss, I'd put that in against Burning Abyss for sure. You're not tour guide, not me.
I don't think anyone. Does anyone play Burn?
Yeah, Elijah and Chris, they play it.
Oh, Elijah plays Burning Abyss, Phantom Knights. Yeah,
I think that's that PK Fire. I think
I was gonna say he's the only one I think that does play it.
Yeah, and then Chris plays it as well. But that deck's pretty good.
Yeah.
That wraps it up though. That's what I got for today.
Alright, man. Thank you so much. It has been quite some time since we've been able to really just do this.
It has, for sure.
Guys, go subscribe to this dude's channel. He recently got his channel up. He's got some gas pack openings.
Some gas ass pulls. We get fucking hype when we pull something good.
Just link in the description down below. Go subscribe to this man. He's fucking awesome.
You'll like it for sure, because I mean it's always some stupid shit in the video too. It's not just opening packs. And I'm gonna be doing vlog videos soon. Like I'm gonna be vlogging at locals and shit, just to film all the stupid ass shit that happens. Because I would not play this game if our tournaments weren't as stupid as they are. We have some really dumbass shit that happens at our locals. Yeah, every fucking week. I would have quit this game forever ago if it wasn't for all the dumbass shit.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Well, even when we're dueling and shit here, we get some dumbass shit that happens.
Oh yeah, finessing you into making that dweller.
I mean, I wormed on your deck.
Yeah.
I had one round where I just kicked your ass with fucking amazement.
It was a game. It was
whatever.
Not a round, yeah.
Whatever. It was a game where I just kicked your ass with worms.
Yeah, you
amazing worms.
You caught me lacking with the worms for sure.
So guys, like always, harpoon that subscribe button. Harpoon that like button.
Sub to BigDawgYgo. No spaces.
Sub to him.
Yeah.
If you guys aren't subscribed, harpoon that subscribe button for me as well. We're so close to 400.
Yeah, we're getting.
I want to get to 400.
You'll get to 400.
Guys, before the end of the year, 400. I think I'm at 379.
Oh yeah. So. Dude, just go buy some subs.
Nah, I ain't doing that crap. Link in the description down below to Instagram, everyone. Y'all want to follow me on there. I will see y'all in the next video.
Link to my channel too.
Oh yeah, link to the channel.
Give me some subs.
Oh hell yeah.
You don't even have to sub to my shitty channel. Just come watch the videos. They're gonna get even better soon, so it'll be a blast.
We will see y'all in the next video, guys.